I've been putting it off for about a good 45 minutes while I drink my hams, but it's gotta be done. Somebody's gotta show those shark hunters who's boss. And that person, it's gonna be me. Alright. Oh, real shit though. Did a little weird little artistic binge today after going out and doing some frog hunting with the friends. So this is gonna be a nice time. I haven't really played video games today. I'm excited. I'm excited to do my hobbies today. I did a little bit of stuff while off camera. Now, what was that stuff, you asked, Jacob? Well, when this game loads, you will see. Anytime now, game. There we go.
Accept
Right,
that
first
our
watch,
modern
we'll move to
industrial
the shadow stuff
civilization is
because
just one among
it's
many that have risen
very
and
fast.
fallen. Then you can finally
Look, I'm
surrender
a
peacefully
fast
to our
boy.
inevitable collapse.
I am a very, very fast boy. And right off the bat, we have Statue of Liberty.
A great way to discourage museum attendance is to put your museum underwater.
Ooh. I wish my museum was underwater. I don't even know why I said that. Okay, so here's the thing. Plenty of sunken cities in the world. A good number. Lost City of Atlantis. Probably based off of just like finding ruins underwater. I have no facts to back that up. Just kind of makes sense to me, so I'm just gonna say it. That's what happened. So you know, normal Jacob, the normal Jacob. I believe this slows down time. The shadow act which slows down time, which would be pretty dope. Sounds pretty cool.
Goaded by lusty appetites, the shark's sole aim is to eat and evolve.
Kill hammerheads. I can certainly kill some motherfucking hammerheads, as you can see. Hell yeah. I like that we've gotten to that point where predators, are they really even predators at this point? Are predators even dangerous? Like a hammerhead shark, pretty dangerous, right? Except, no it's not. Nah, fuck them sharks. I have projectile dark that I can hit you with. I'm not afraid of you. Normalcy is gay. I mean, normalcy is pretty straight. That's why we never be normal. Also, hey babe, hi. I actually didn't message you, Ash, because I'm like, you know, Ash has been in here a bunch. I don't need to, like, try to get his sympathy every single time. A gamer? Thanks. That's all I've ever wanted to be. All I've ever wanted.
The insatiable sperm whale needs to eat over a ton of food
I clearly
every
still have the
day,
power.
which
Thanks.
here in the Gulf mostly consists of hammerhead sharks.
I've always wanted the power. That's the real reason I ever was president of an anime club. I wanted power.
Hunger is a driving force for evolution.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. The idea of me wanting to be a part of an anime club because I wanted power. That's. Oh boy. That's my worry, to be honest. That I want power, but I already wanted power. What? There's not a change. Oh, you're talking about this fridge. Yeah. So, Jesus, I'm gonna give you some info on your fridge. Fridges are good. Fridge is good for probably a good 48. It's probably still gonna keep things relatively cool for a good 24 to 48 hours without without power, as long as you don't open it. Oh my God, please, babe. Please be a hard R gamer. Please be a hard R gamer. Oh, I wish. I so want it to happen. I so want it to happen. Yeah, this slows down time. We are about it.
Was registered in the Caymans to avoid onerous taxes and regulations.
But yeah, no reason to worry. Jesus, it's just a local power outage. If the only time you should ever be worried is if like there's a huge storm. If there's not a huge storm and there's not power outage in the in like all the Twin Cities neighborhood, then you're fine. I would like to remind everybody of that time that I call the Landicane, in which the entire city went, like, the entire, like, Twin Cities and basically every, like, suburb of the Twin Cities lost power for, like, a whole day. That was bad. But as long as it's just, like, a part of a city, you should be fine. Give it like a few hours, you know? I would actually even go so far as to say that probably within the, like, 3 hours max is probably going to be it. And hey, in the meantime, I always like to think of a power outage as an excuse to do the things that you don't normally get to do. So hey, read a book. Go do, like, you know, go do some non-electronic stuff. So it is important to think of it as an excuse to have a good time. Put up some candles. That's what my mom always used to do. Put up some candles. And I'm just trying to get this last little piece here. Oh, jeez. That orca wants... That, whale wants my ass. Just bang for a while. Exactly. You know, you get some candles up. Set that mood. Say, well, there's nothing else to do. Why not, right?
Is that it? Nah, that ain't it. Hell, I don't know. Maybe she's scared of us. I'm just gonna enlist it.
Thought sharks were the tops of the ocean. Well,
The
Yes and
hunt
no.
ends.
So
But this is a mere pause in the eternal
sharks,
struggle
I
between
believe,
man
are
and
the
nature.
largest cartilaginous fish, right? Largest like cartilage bone fish, right? That makes sense. Um, the thing is that mammals, of course,
Bull
get
shark
like
is
you know
known to be
things
a
like
voracious, if hardly
sperm
discriminating
whales, blue whales, things like that get bigger. So what you end up with is you have animals that can't be killed by sharks because they're too big to eat. Sharks don't really chew. Sharks kind of swallow.
Anyone who has delved
They're not
into the
real.
stomach
They're not
contents
chewers.
of a
They don't
shark
like
is
chewing.
acutely aware that they
As such,
are
a shark's not gonna go after something like, say, a blue whale because it can't eat it. I should also point out that it's also just a fucking video game. So, there's that too.
What would be called dietary discrimination.
Bailey, we've gotta find some way to get Ari to play this game. Like, real shit. I know that Ari's never gonna watch these streams, but we gotta find some way to get Ari to play this game. Because this is special interest times like 8. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure something out in good time.
The sea wolf remains acutely aware of anything that might constitute
Give me a turtle. Oh, that's not a turtle. Where's the turtle? There's a turtle. So, as I have said, I did all this stuff off camera because it was just license plates. So once we finish everything on here, we will have 100% of the entire game. You can see on the tag that I do have 100% down there because this game I should be able to.
sea sponges' demand for pineapple homes has sparked massive
Yes!
deforestation throughout Costa Rica.
That's what we like to
Brainless,
see. We like to see
sponges
them
rarely weigh the
SpongeBob
consequences
references.
of their buying decisions.
Which one? Before I start a fight. Oh. Oh shit. Ah shit. I'm gonna have to kill this orca quick. Tillicum, your days are numbered. Tillicum, I'll have your ass now. You've heard of I'll have a beer? Well, I'll have a Tillicum. For those of you who don't know, Tillicum was that whale that killed has killed more than once at SeaWorld / Sealand back in the day. Yes, actually, this shark is megalodon sized. It is 9 meters long. Now, I'm actually gonna look up how big 9 meters is quick. Because I'm in stupid America and we don't have meters, we only have feet, so I understand feet. So, a 9 meters is 29 and a half feet. So that's a damn near 30-foot long shark. Damn near 30 feet long. Now, I believe that that is bigger than the greatest white shark ever. Or at least the biggest one that we have on record. Can't get top fin collapse if you don't have a top fin.
This instantized protein makes a great between-meal supplement, giving the shark the energy she needs to put on mass.
Angry enough to be a kaiju. Yeah, for sure. It's for sure angry enough. Look, I'm about to fight a fucking sperm whale. So that's basically kaiju. Anything that can fight a kaiju, anything that can eat a sperm whale is big enough to be a kaiju. And that's real. Godzilla eats sperm whales all the time. Fun, useless facts with Jacob. Godzilla actually eats primarily large mammals, such as sperm whales and blue whales. Isn't that a fun fact? What a fun fact that is. All my friends eat sperm whales and blue whales. Really? That's good on you. Good taste. Anything that's good enough for Godzilla is good enough for me. That's what I always say. Kaiju buddies. Look. We could talk about how... I could talk about how the kaiju buddies all day, but I won't. But I will say that if Godzilla and Anguirus aren't on your top 10 best friends of all time list in media, then I don't know what to say.
1,500 people died during its maiden voyage.
Look, I think what it was trying to tell you was that Caillou is actually giant size. He's like a giant, and he eats people. I think that's actually what it was trying to tell you. Which, I mean, yeah, probably, I guess. Sure, why not? Why not?
Having evaded justice for her heinous crimes, the shark is now the subject of a bounty.
Where they at, though? Where they at, though?
This won't serve the bull shark's reputation well at all.
Look, Mothra x Godzilla really only makes sense in the movie, in like the new American movies. Well, not anymore because Mothra's dead, but spoilers, I guess. But Mothra dies in fucking everything. I'm fucking irritated. Mothra is my sister's favorite kaiju, and she always dies. You wanna have a weird conversation that you don't expect to have? Talk to my sister Anya about how Mothra always fucking dies, and you will have one much longer than you expected. Mothra does indeed fuck. We know Mothra fucks because she's got kids. But, yeah, not Godzilla, though. Not Godzilla. Also, I gotta say, I haven't actually had a platform to talk about this before. I liked King of the Monsters. That movie that came out last summer. Is it the greatest movie ever? No. But I have, however, been waiting to see a Godzilla movie in a big CG blockbuster Godzilla movie. Since I was a kid, I was basically been primed to see this movie since I was a child. Like a young child. So I had to say, I was, while I went in pretty damn biased, I had a pretty good time. Oh, Davis is really into them? Good shit. Good shit. Nice to see another kaiju fan around. One of those things that I've been I was first experienced because like my dad went to Comic-Con and like had friends that, and as such, like would see these movies and like would like those movies, so he bought them because he knew he wasn't gonna see them on TV. And as such, now I'm a big fan. Now the real question is, and Bailey, I gotta ask you this: if Davis is into kaiju movies, I need to know original Godzilla vs. Mothra or 80s Godzilla vs. Mothra? Because that's the real question. We might just be able to get all the way up to the last of the big shark hunters in this run before I die. Like that'd be sweet. Yeah, the 60s, the original one. The original Godzilla vs. Mothra. The original one's from the 60s, and I believe the one from the newer one with Batra was from the 80s, but it could be 90s, but I thought it was 80s. The 60s one, good shit, good shit. I give the Heisei era, like, I like the Heisei era, but like there's something about that corniness of the old black and whites that you can't ignore, you know? Plus, I mean, you gotta give it credit for one of the original crossover events. That said, I will say, I like both. I do like both. I am not known as an overly picky person. I like Batra's design a lot. I just don't really. The main issue with those, a lot of those Heisei era movies is that they end a lot of them end weird. They just end weird.
Shark bounties became commonplace here after the previous mayor's practice of hiring
like
shark charmers.
Yeah, Godzilla, like, you know, Mothra and Batra work together, pull them off into the ocean. Digs the U.S. government like the Japanese ones do. I would say that was Cloverfield, but it's pretty much not. Like, Cloverfield plays that shit pretty straight. I don't know. That would be pretty cool. But the thing is that I feel like the thing with Shin Godzilla is that the Japanese government is super not like we should shoot it immediately, and the American government would 100% be like, oh yeah, fucking kill it. Like immediately, that would be their first response. Would be, yeah, kill the monster. We have the guns. We should shoot it. I feel like that would make that makes sense, right? Cloverfield had the potential to be to play it like that, but they didn't. And frankly, I like the idea of Cloverfield a lot more than Cloverfield in reality. When we get right down to it, like found footage movie of a monster of like a giant monster attack sounds really cool, but there are just some issues with that movie, and I would like, in order to have like a super in-depth review of it, I would need to watch it again, which I don't feel like doing anytime soon. After watching Cloverfield Paradox, I kind of lost any caring. Is that a fucking like warhead? What the fuck, dude? Alright, okay, we're going in. We're going in. There we go. I fucks with Cloverfield. No, Cloverfield's good. Cloverfield's good. It's just like not my favorite. And oh my god, I don't like that last movie. I don't like Cloverfield Paradox at all. Like, I saw the potential for Cloverfield Paradox, but it just didn't feel like it came together to me, you know? Our boy Clover wasn't done justice. Yeah, because I've like I grew up on Showa era Godzilla movies. I'm gonna be real with you. I really like to see the monster win sometimes. I'm also just kind of upset about, you know, with society and all that usually.
The Marine Predator is emerging with caution as the situation further escalates.
Oh, fuck, man. I like it when the monster wins. So, those of you who don't know, Showa era monsters are... You know what? I'll pull up all the eras right quick. We'll have this conversation. We got time. So... Showa era Godzilla. So Showa era Godzilla is from 1954 to 1975. Now, this is when you get your sillier Godzilla movies and also some of your classics, right? Like we got Destroy All Monsters in here. This is Destroy All Monsters, the Avengers of kaiju movies. Like, you gotta love that. Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla and the sequel Terror of Mechagodzilla. Come on. Classics. Classics with a capital C. Oh, Cloverfield Paradox was meant to be in universe. That makes a lot of sense. Because that's my feeling on that movie, was that it doesn't fit at all. Like, it could have just been its own movie. So that makes me feel a lot better about it, honestly. I like Cloverfield Lane. I like that. I thought that was pretty good. So, Showa era, you've got your cool monster movies like Terror Mechagodzilla. But you also got like Godzilla vs. Megalon and Godzilla vs. Gigan, which are kids movies that are pretty low budget and pretty like low on the opinion rating, but they're fun. You know, I got a Jet Jaguar statue at my parents' house, you know, that I don't have room for here, but I do have it. So then we've got Heisei era Godzilla. Heisei era is like the big special effects fucking shit. And I loved Heisei era when I was a kid. I still love it now. It's great. The issue is some of these movies at the end kind of peter out, you know? And like with this, you had a lot of other movies coming back too. So you had, you know, fucking Gamera returning. And I love that Gamera trilogy. That is probably like the most solid. That's one of the most solid groupings of kaiju movies, you know? Me and Ash watched the first of that Gamera trilogy, and we're gonna have to watch the second one because oh my god, I love Legion so much. I love Legion so much. That is not a kids movie, weirdly enough, despite Gamera being the biggest during the Showa period, the most kids movies of all of the kaiju series. Big fan. Also, you know, it's Turtle. I love turtles. You can't hate on turtles, you know?
Some sharks are scavengers, indiscriminately consuming anything that's vaguely edible.
No, not that Legion. God, the Gamera villain Legion. But yes, you should also watch Legion. Watch Legion. It's good. Watch Legion. I'm watching you. What is in your opinion, a slept-on kaiju film? A slept-on kaiju film. You know, that's a good question. Because it really depends on what you want. Like, I can think of some corny-ass kaiju films. I can think of that Japanese King Kong movie. I think is pretty fun. It's stupid as all get out, but it's fun. It's a fun time. Now let's see here. Slept on kaiju movies. I think Gamera 3 Wrath of Iris is really slept on, personally. Personally, I think that if we're just basing things off of fun factor, let me see here. Give me just a second to like make sure I have this title 100% right. So I believe Up From the Depths did a review on this recently, and I believe that this is the one I'm thinking of. Now, those two Mothra movies from the 90s, I like those a lot. Mysterians, a classic. Space Amoeba. Space Amoeba's not bad. Oh! Shit. Yeah. Okay, here's the ones. So, the slept-on kaiju movies are,
The bull shark is able to
fucking
attain larger maximal.
Jeez, what is the name of that movie? Frankenstein. So there's a Japanese Frankenstein movie. Japanese Frankenstein movie. I think it's called Frankenstein Frankenstein conquers the earth. Frankenstein conquers the world. Basically, Frankenstein keeps getting bigger because he keeps growing. He's not dead, so his cells don't die. He just keeps getting bigger, and it's a normal sized guy who keeps like a normal human who keeps getting bigger. And then the sequel, War of the Gargantuans, is definitive like kids movie schlock, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Also, I do recommend if you're like interested in kaiju movies, Up From the Depths YouTube channel is fantastic. They have a review out for just about everything. Like pretty much everything. If you can think of, it's probably there. Mary Shelley is dabbing in her grave indeed.
The hungry predator hones in on her quarry.
That said, babe, of all the things that you've seen, there are better things that you have not seen than Frankenstein. Like, you don't need to scrape the bottom of the barrel yet. Trust me. Trust me. There's a lot of stuff. Also, yeah. Special interest. Woo! Special interest machine go burr. Oh my god. Yes. So, oh my god, what? Speak your truth.
Even the self-driving technology of Gazorpazorp is not without its reliability concerns.
Of Mission Collins. Nice. Nice. Has Davis walked in on you yet? Please tell me he has.
Random mutations aren't random. They require large amounts of mutagens as a catalyst.
Alright, time to get this one together.
It's necessary for the bull to be cautious, as killer whales are well-known predators of several shark species.
I love it. He needs a funny hat. I mean, Trilby's a funny hat. Also, theoretically, you can make one of those fruit hats out of, like, fake fruit. That'd be fun. Alternatively, you could, wrap a chain around his head and then give him a little speech bubble that says, "I am Hood, yo." Pretty much, yeah, that sounds about right. Like, I don't exactly know, but I can assume. I can assume that that's kind of Bailey's thing. Just little digs all the time. Little pranks all the time.
The shark returns once again to her safe haven.
There's really only one thing left that I haven't upgraded fully yet. And that's that. So now that's fully upgraded. I think I want to go with the electric. Let's remember where you came from, Jacob. Remember where you came from. There we go. find it kind of interesting that this game, the music really kicks in hardcore like this when you've turned on your special ability, which is a bit weird. I'm not sure I feel like that. I kind of would like some more soothing music in game, but we'll take it. Yeah. Put a whoopee cushion under his under his desk chair? Really? Bailey, you're great. That's great. Let it be known, Bailey, that you, esteemed guest, are great. Also, I haven't actually gotten any opinions on this yet, Bailey, so I'm gonna ask you now. How you feeling on about esteemed guest as a gender neutral term instead of sir or madam?
No one knows who built this mysterious underwater base, but odds are
Oh,
they
some
probably
Nautica
own a
reference.
neighbor jacket and a Persian cat.
It's funny. Alright, I'll keep using it then. I mean, it can't be that bad if it's funny, right? Consume 5 humans. I love consuming people. It's my favorite fucking holiday. Just eat people's day.
The shark, perhaps having gone too far with her pranks and hijinks, is now the subject of a county by shooting.
We've had some real bad fish kills because of these oil tankers spinning. But it brings a lot of money into the economy. Can't argue with that.
Aw, man, you know, if you didn't hate him before, he's a capitalist. That's how you know. That's how you know he's garbage. That's how you really know he's garbage. Is that he's a capitalist. Nothing good comes from capitalism, as we know. As we know. I mean, I can't really introduce you as this asshole, Bailey, because I like you. But, you know, like, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong.
The battle is over, but the war goes on.
Big edit. All right. Davis been to that fancy, got that fancy etiquette. So, can you ask Davis what the fancy gender neutral term that I should use is? Cause I don't need the full lecture. I just want to know what the fancy term is.
It's remarkable how quickly Port Clovis takes up arms in the name of a murderous cause.
Keep in mind, my family's more of the my family's more of a let's see here. Well, to be honest, the kind of family that watches kaiju movies together. That's the kind of family my family is. Lacking in etiquette, we certainly are. Sir is technically a general term. Oh, I thought sir was only a general term if you're in the Navy. But, okay. That works for me. You know, like I care enough for it to not work for me. Huh. Well, you learn something new every day, I guess. Well, I suppose most of the female names are always tacked on at the end anyways, and they're not necessary. So,
They're calling it off. Let's go home.
Humans' attention spans are short.
wonder if that goes
We've
for
already
Mister. I wonder if
forgotten
everybody
about
was
shark
used to be
and
called
other
Mister.
crimes, so thus ends the bounty.
You ever wonder about that? Who the first Mister was? Who was the one who's like, I'm not Dave, it's Mr. Dave.
Against the shark by sending some of its
Boyo.
most disreputable citizens.
Who do you think you are just going calling me Dave?
Every summer to study the reefs. Shit.
Fancy Navy dinner is the only way
We
you'll
all
ever
got
use it?
different ideas
Yeah,
about summer
it's
fun, yeah?
stupid fucking Navy. Hashtag worst branch of the U.S. military. I, of course, have never been in the U.S. military and can't say anything. But I will say that I think that the sailor uniforms are stupid and I don't like them.
You better believe those sewer lines need
Oh, my
work.
DualShock battery is low.
Campylobacteriosis, cryptosporidiosis, leptos.
So I don't lose my controller midstream, because that'd be embarrassing. About the rise of the middle class when you had gentry without actual noble titles using Mr. as a more respectful way, the form of address. Interesting. So, I'm not a duke, but you will respect me, is the gist of that. Okay. Learn something new every day.
Spirosis. Let me tell you, partner, that ain't no joke.
You gotta love how people are just, how they need a special title. Sir was originally meant to be completely gender neutral address when you had no fucking idea what their title was. Huh. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. No reason to fuck it up and call somebody something they're not, and then, possibly get your ass kicked officially later. I say officially because, big difference between like, the king's henchmen beating you up and, like, some hooligans at the bar beating you up. Well, I don't think I'll ever have any use for any of that, but that was pretty dang interesting.
Looks like we scared her off, huh?
It's another unsuccessful shark hunt for the people of Port Clovis.
I'm going for this guy. I've already decided.
Really into scuba back when he was a teenager. This museum's the first place I took him after when I got certified.
Well, so you can immediately know what to call them. You lose your teeth. Nothing like getting your teeth officially stolen from you by the government, government officials. It's things like that why the Americas happened. Nobody likes it when the king steals your damn teeth. Huh.
Yes.
That sounds worse. Of course there was money involved. I'm not even using my own damn rules. I've always said, Jacob, why have a fight happen when you could just, like, why fight somebody when you can just lose the fight on camera and then sue them later? I'm not even using my own damn rules here. What am I thinking? Of course they just didn't help you out until you died off. Of course. Why wouldn't they? petty ass. You good to know that people have always been as petty?
Port Clovis has long been a popular dumping ground
Unless you
for
were
the
really
military,
rude.
thanks to its lenient regulations and low tipping fees.
How rude is really rude? Like, Tycho Brahe rude? Or like, let's say, yeah. Like Brahe rude or like regular person rude? Brahe was pretty rude. If you don't know, I'm assuming you don't. Cause like I can be
Ice
rude,
fishing
but
is
like I'm
similar
not
to
like
regular fishing, but enjoyable only to upper Midwesterners.
wheel like a Duke's wife out naked in a wheelbarrow while I am also naked while we are both very drunk rude. That's some next level rude. I don't think I've ever been quite that rude. Man. And I'm really glad that video game violence doesn't work how conservatives think it does. Otherwise, I would really have a penchant for sailboats right now. And you can't sue the government unless they allow you to. And remember, there would be no reason for you to be in a room of nobles unless you were OE. Of significance. I'm just gonna say of significance and leave it at that. Yeah. It makes sense. Yeah, you can't sue the government. Not back in those days.
Over the course of a bull shark's life, it will ingest.
If
quite a
only you
broad
could, it
assortment
would
of
actually
floods and
probably have
shits.
not solved anything. Still,
Another shark
then they would have just
draws
kicked your
to
ass.
its
They would have moved to the ass-kicking portion of the event. And then you know them all, or you'd be introduced to someone you knew in common. Interesting. In case you haven't figured out by now, I'm pretty much uncultured swine. My great, however long ago, the first nailer to ever get here actually was someone on my grandfather's side, and he was transshipped over here by the English. Now, I'm assuming you know what transshipped means, but if you don't, that means that he was convicted of a crime, and they said, alright, we're gonna give you two options. Option one, we kill you. Option two,
along Blanchard County's 78-mile coastline,
you
there
can
are
come
35
over
miles
to
of
the
sandy
US.
beach, only 6 of which are
Those were
owned
your
by
only two
resorts,
options.
individuals, or homeowners associations.
So it was so my great
Planet's
grandfather
great tides encircled the
was
globe
so
in
irritating
constant motion.
that they said either get out of here and never come back. Well, not my great grandfather. Much further back than that. Probably like 1600s, whoever. 1700s, whoever the fuck. It was so irritating that they said, no, don't even go to Australia. Don't even go. We want you in the United States. Leave now, forever. Think about that. Now we're getting into the what might have been sort of comment. And when you consider the fact that I am part German and that's only accounting for the white side of my family, and my white side is developed from a bunch of different people, I could have been entirely different. Maybe I was here, but maybe I don't have a nose. Maybe I'm fucking all sorts of crazy ass shit could happen. Maybe a piece of me is in Australia and I get eaten by a kangaroo. I know kangaroos don't eat people, but just let me keep spitballing here. There's that hole. Yeah, that is what Australia also was. But hear me out. I'm glad I didn't get sent to Australia. I have many fears in life, and one of them is Australia. Australia is my natural born fear. Like, Ash says that I keep him alive by like an extra average of like 5 years. Part of the way I keep Ash alive is by just avoiding Australia forever. I'm never going. You ain't catching me. You will not catch me in Australia. I'm not gonna be there. I like normal sized spiders. I can get down with a normal sized spider. Like, you know those big daddy long legs? Fine, cool, whatever. Who cares, right? Once you get names like bird eating spider and shit like that, I'm out. I don't want anything to do with that. You stay away from me, that's what I say. Frankly, I'm surprised that more people don't save up and leave. But I also know that, you know, actually moving countries is very difficult.
Don't think we're gonna make any more headway today. It seems Port Clovis has forgotten all about its rogue shark.
Almost done. Almost done with this. Wait, what? Black Widow's falling on people from inside their cars while they're driving, causing accidents? Yeah, good universal health care. Really the only thing I can think about that I have issues with in Australia is the whole, like, the whole censorship board, which is a pretty, if that's the only thing I've got a complaint about, like, honestly, you're pretty set. By the way, all countries should know better than to have a censorship board that's based solely off of volunteering that anybody can join. Because the only people who will ever volunteer for a board like that are wackadoos. Like wackadoo Christian folk. They're the only people who would want to do it. Nobody else would ever want to do that. Wait, they have a habit of resting in sun visors? Bailey, I think you've just unlocked a new fear. The fear of opening sun visors. And, you know, I suppose you gotta care more for people over there, since, like, of course people over there would care more. Like, everything else is trying to fucking kill you, so, you know, why not? Why not care a little bit, you know? Always check it before you start driving in Australia. I'm gonna check it before I start driving anywhere from now on. I'm staying away.
All life is linked
there's an apex
of
whale
eat
somewhere.
and be eaten.
Jesus. Man. Man. I wish I didn't know that. That's just fucking scary. That's just fucking
Protein
scary.
caches like this one are a convenient and tasty way for sharks to increase their protein intake.
Like, there you are, just mind your own business. You turn on your air conditioning because it's fucking hot because you live in a fucking desert. And then a fucking spider kills you. And that's it. That's the end of you. You don't get to be known as anything else. What happened? What killed you? You're saying at the pearly gates. Oh, what happened? Oh, I turned on my air conditioner and a spider bit me. Ah, it was dumbass. Go to hell. Speaking of hell.
Giant monsters, or kaiju, occasionally visit Port Clovis to pregame.
Speaking of
before
hell.
destroying more worthwhile cities.
A small snake got launched at him from his air conditioner. Jesus Christ. I don't like that. Man's not even safe in his own car. Not even safe in his own car. I think we have every collectible in this game now. I think we do. I think that's all of the collectibles. So I think we only have to go fucking kill Pete and have our vengeance. I suppose, you know, I would say I feel bad for the guy for getting internet famous for that, but he had to have put it up online himself. So, like, I guess it's really his own fault. Nothing else really to say about that, right? Yeah. Like, they made that choice to be dumb themselves. Can't really be too mad about for other people laughing at them. They made that choice to be dumb themselves. I think we just need to kill this whale, and then we're golden. And then we kill Pete, and then we're finished with this game. Unless, like, spouse leaked it or something. That's your problem for showing it to him. Yeah, also, like, you know, at what point does when your spouse fucking leaks it, like, you probably got some comeuppance that you got to deal with there, you know? Like, Bailey, I don't think you would leak any Davis's weird, like, car cam shit. Unless you were mad at him for something. Of course, then again, I don't really know. I wouldn't put money on it either way. So, watch out, Davis. Oh shit! It's the great white whale! Hell yeah, we're gonna take him. We're gonna take on Moby Dick. Moby Dick's about to get Moby Dicked. Now, has anybody ever actually read Moby Dick all the way through? Because I can say definitively that I am scared to even start it because I feel like it's going to be one of those books that I can't finish. And I generally always finish books that I start.
Dreaming of tapping their skulls for all that sweet spermaceti.
Well, I'm the new apex predator. It boring? Yeah, that's what I thought. I always feel like I always try to read, like when I'm reading, I always try to read like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 book. And I never really, unless it's like an author that I'm very sure about, I never read a book when it first comes out because I don't want to, like, books take a while to read. I'm like not a quick reader. So I always try to pick things that I know I like. Like, I'm going to read that new Brandon Sanderson novel when it comes out, but I like literally everything that he puts out, so of course I'm going to read it. I don't have to worry about liking it, because of course I'm going to like it. It's part of a series that I like. But other than that, I always ask for opinions before I start. One second. There we go. Much better. And now we wait for the game to load. Also, what's the difference between dense cartilage and bone? Like, you know, I know that that's a thing that is a difference between sharks, but is it a difference? Really? Any day now, game. Any day now. Any day now. Alright. Generally, what happens with video games like this is that sometimes games just be quitting out on you. And then you say, I'm going to give it 30 seconds, and then I'm going to pull the plug and restart it. Because that's what heroes do. Also, it has done this to me before. I've checked. Happened to me once while I was doing some grinding off screen. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go. Oh, whoa. Ooh, woo. Yas? What? What do? Here's what do. We're just gonna... Good old non-AAA jank. It's great. We love it. Yeah, I know, right? I put this on every June. I put this PlayStation theme on every single fucking June without fail. There was something real interesting about going from like finishing up The Last of Us 2, closing out The Last of Us 2, and then to that, opening up to that. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. No, you know, if only instead of putting out that gay PlayStation theme, they would finance more video games made by gay creators and such. But you know, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Do whatever you want. I'm not mad. I'm mad. I get kind of touchy about like companies, just video game companies, movie companies, whatever, seeing we care about the LGBT
Sure, we could
community,
avoid
but
catastrophic risks for
and
future
then
generations, but then
proceeding
we couldn't have 4x4
to never
pickups with 5.7
have
liter
any like
V8
LGBT content ever. You know, just a little shady. Are you suggesting not purely demonstrative allyship? Yeah, you're right. We can only slap rainbows on things. Let's be honest
Pete
here.
has a
Oh,
new
look at that texture.
And
Pop!
from the looks of it,
Look at that
there
texture
are several
pop.
features probably not legal for civilian use.
Oh, he got torpedoes.
So you found me.
Ship's looking like the
So
Black
what?
Lagoon.
Pete, I don't know what all this is, but you're scaring us.
What you gotta be scared about? You a shark?
Pete, I don't want to, but I think we need to get the police, maybe the Coast Guard involved.
You think I'm crazy? Nah, I'm the most sane man you ever
We ate
seen.
this dude's hand. We ate his leg.
I
We
didn't
burned
get
off half his
easy.
face.
But when some shark take everything I got, I'll give her the same chance she gave my boy. None!
Oh yeah, he crazy.
Off my boat.
He big
Or
crazy.
I'll kill you too. The I say. Hope you got a hunger on. We're serving shark etouffee tonight.
Hashtag shark etouffee. I don't know what an etouffee is, but sounds tasty.
Pete has built an impressive
Yeah, me
battleship.
too. I'm a big fan of I'm a
To
try
endure the
everything once
prehistoric
kind of
might
guy,
of a
you know?
mega shark.
So when it comes to food and such, what the hell is up with this second marker? My shit just going crazy? Yeah, it's just going crazy. Look at this second marker from when the first marker appeared and it just kind of left a JPEG of it up there. That's silly. This game's held together by plywood. I love it. Etouffee is a dish found in both Cajun and Creole cuisine that can be served with shellfish or rice. Dish employs a technique known as smothering. A popular method of cooking in Cajun Creole areas of southwest Louisiana. Nice. Sounds tasty. Sounds like a good time for my mouth. Okay. Almost there. Now let's go kill Pete. Pete was PT boat.
Hello there, girlie. As you can see, I came prepared today.
Oh,
I'ma
shit.
fix you up real, sir. Got you right in my
Something
sight.
to, oh. No, come on. No! Run, it's the wrong way!
Getting y'all out swim a torpedo.
Go
This boat.
down, down along the midnight sea.
Bet you didn't think I had torpedoes.
I wonder how I got that first torpedo.
It's about the end for you.
So like I saved one torpedo. So I don't know how I got the
Fine will. Suit up, divers.
Oh, you just gotta dodge him. Okay.
That'll hurt you bad.
Ooh, which way's up?
Put this book away.
Oof. Might actually have to try on this one.
That one's for Kyle. Pooh.
At least it gets you at, like, a nice checkpoint. I like when I can just immediately retry. Oh, never mind. That was him telling me to fuck off. Just fair enough. Good old fireworks. Well, you hate to see it. I found some like used fireworks shit outside my house earlier today when I went outside this morning, and that was upsetting. I wish
The
people
planet's
would
great
fucking
tides
stop.
encircle the globe in constant motion.
We're gonna go with the anti-boat stuff. Damage reduction. We take damage reduction all day. I'm slow as a motherfucker, but what does it fucking matter? Just got down the street from the fire station. We get to enjoy that. Yeah, we're actually pretty close to the fire station too. Thing is with the fire station is we're close enough where we don't really hear the fire trucks leave because the fire trucks aren't allowed to start their sirens for a block, I believe. So if they're going down Bloomington, they're already on 28th or on 26th before they even turn their sirens on.
Hello there, girlie. As you can see, I came prepared today.
Alright, so we just got dogs.
I'ma fix you up real pretty. Got you right in my sights.
Nice. Fuck.
Getting y'all out swim a torpedo. Get someone to scare her back to the surface.
That's not.
This
Oh,
ball will come with everything.
not what I wanted, but alright.
Bet you didn't think I had torpedoes.
How many torpedoes you got? Like, real shit. That's a lot of torpedoes.
We need that sheet.
I don't know a lot about torpedoes. As a matter of fact, I would say I don't know anything about torpedoes.
Better watch how you pushing my buttons.
But that seems like quite a bit of torpedoes.
Y'all only got more ugly.
Now we just flail at them a little bit, you know? Reinforcements incoming.
Don't drag ass now.
Oh, sword torpedo. I mean, I'm a mega shark. I can do whatever I want. Not a megalodon. A mega shark. Defeat the hunter boats. I can defeat a hunter boat. I can defeat a hunter boat. Yo, what we call hunter boats is free food.
That thing's vicious.
You know, I don't know whether I can outswim a torpedo, but I certainly can outspin a torpedo.
Let's take the fight.
Just like Sonic always taught me. We'll just save our special hero too. Oh, just not quite quick enough. Yeah, I guess that tailspin. He's just not ready for that tailspin. You don't like when I mix it up like that. Oof. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going in. I die. I might die.
It's about the end for you. Fine will. I will show y'all up.
There we go.
Better watch how you pushing my buttons. Gonna hurt you, fat.
Yeah, Scaly Pete, you weren't ready for this. Now were ya? Wasn't ready for that, now was he? Wasn't ready for our shark to jump up on his boat and flail around like a madman. I'm the ruler of the deep now. Hell yeah. Oh, are we doing the Jaws ending?
Laissez le bon temps rouler.
Oh, that's shit. That's the Jaws ending. Are we still alive though? We got a pretty hard exoskeleton.
I suppose there's a lesson to be gleaned here. Something about how the
F
increasing commodification of the natural world has placed humans on a collision course with an environmental apocalypse. But this is a basic cable show where people tune in to watch sharks kill people and people kill sharks. So until next fishing season, this is Maneater.
Well, this has been Maneater. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was a fun little game. Pretty jank, but pretty fun. I don't know what I am going to play next, but I hope you tune in again. It was an amusing diversion. I'll see you next time. As always, Thursday, 7 p.m. Bye now.